been hitting some snags along the way. I think part of it is I've been on vacation, and
okay.
it's kind of the reality is that I need to be around to give directive. Otherwise, it's easy for things to get lost, people to spiral, etc., etc. However,
Gotcha.
one of the things I've come to realize is that I need a couple managers that have people that they're separately hiring and working as a collective rather than pulling it all onto one person's shoulders.
Okay.
Because the responsibility is huge, right? And different opinions and different circles need to be represented. Now, my vision is as follows. I've got Carola in my staff, and the poor woman's been working like nonstop, right?
Oh, she's been going crazy. Yes.
Yeah. And I had no realization of this. And I mean, I did a little bit, but you know, sometimes it's hard for someone to be like, yo, no, slow it down. Like, no one should have to work this hard. You know what I mean? And I want to empower and embellish her with 2 or 3 other folks, people that I know have a passion for business, and I want them to have stake in the Kortz Center. And your name came to mind almost immediately. Now,
Oh, wonderful.
yes. Now, where I am contemplating things, while Carola may be a point of contact, I would effectively want the management staff or the directorial staff or the executive staff. I think it's more of an executive role, I'm going to be honest, to be more board-like rather than a dictatorial type. You know, I believe in flat structure. You know, it doesn't need to be me, then somebody, then somebody, then somebody. You know, we're not the police department, right?
Okay.
And
Makes sense.
now,
You need people who are able to make decisions in your absence.
yes,
Perfect.
yes, and that's good for everybody. You know what I mean? If I'm not here for a while, you're not here for a while. Things can keep on sort of moving. Debate's good. Arguments are good. Conflict is good. You know, as long as it's healthy, which I think we like. I want to start by saying I don't give a fuck if we go in the negative, right? As long as it's making people happy, you know? We make plenty of tax money. Money's not everything.
Okay.
Now, here's kind of the vision for Kortz, and we've got the fulfillment center, which is the backbone of the Kortz Center. Now, the fulfillment center, we are currently, I've got what we call inventory managers, which are currently Kevin Ram, he's made a reappearance, Mr. Michael Manx, and I'm missing a name. Oh, myself and Carola. I'm okay on expanding that, but these inventory managers right now are out there on the field, and over the next 2 days, they're going to be expanding out our inventory. And what that means is if you go to kortzcenter.me and you look at what's in that inventory, right now it's only like 4 or 5 items. I want everything. Level 1 to 5 pods. I want some engines in there. I want some car parts. Pretty much anything that you could buy, because without that backbone, there's no reason for people to come here outside of our stall. And I know damn well these stalls are not going to be popping, you know, unless there's another reason for people to come. Now,
Okay.
Now, when it comes to, I do not want to crush other businesses, right? Which I think there's some of that fear is getting out there, but we've already discussed getting a book delivered. So when people come here, it can explain the formula, you know? But the idea is that we will sell things at a slightly higher price than what the market has, so that we're sales pitch is availability and not best price. So if you're selling lumber, like low quality wood for $100, we might do it for $110, right?
So
we don't screw you. Exactly. So if you need something, we got it. Now I'm going to go a step further is, and we're also our buy price we might even lose money. We might buy a little higher price and sell it for less. You know what I mean? Like, we'll figure it out. But right now we just need to make sure we've got that inventory, and those guys are off to the races with that. We may affect the market for like a week as we pump the inventory a little bit, right, to get some stock. But I don't want people to be bored here if there's nothing to buy or sell.
Okay.
Management's role.
Oh no. I was given a code to the marketplace earlier by one of the other sellers.
Ooh, okay.
Just because I wanted to check it out for myself and see kind of how it worked.
Yep.
And I will say, I can't tell you about wood. Never chopped a tree in my life.
Yeah.
But the material market is what I have been involved in since my first day in the city a year ago. And I would say those prices are comparable.
Good. Yes. And I think that's where this kind of like board of individuals makes a lot more sense, because everyone's got their expertise in different places, and not everyone's opinion probably resonates from whatever their social like networks are saying, right? So by having that diversity of opinion is only good. So as we balloon this up, as a manager, you would have a direct say as to how this place operates. Because in the long term, I want to not have to be mayor anymore and for this place to operate. And for those that are making it successful, the next mayor shouldn't have to come in and like get rid of it. You know what I mean? And
right.
A lot of this, as you can see, is very manual intensive in terms of we don't have sign-ins. Our money, you'll see over here, we'll have a little case here with a keypad on it from managers, which might contain 100,000. But there might be another one over here with 20,000 in it. So your everyday staff who's buying and selling or whatever, can't, walk away with like $200,000, $300,000. You know what I mean? So,
right.
As a manager, you'd be hiring staff to keep the place of like running the front desk. And this front desk is what makes the vendors be able to succeed, right? Because I've seen the farmers market back in the day, and we're doing much more than that. But if we only have stalls running, as soon as there's a day where there's no stalls, this place is dead, right? This keeps the traffic flowing. So people come in, they buy things, they're like, oh, shit, Danks is open right over there. Let me go to Danks, right? Or like, let me go to the lumber union. Oh, wait, this other guy who's selling flowers is over there. You know what I mean? So they come in for this, but all this other stuff is here. Now, the other sort of angle with this, and please stop me at any point, because I know this might be so, like, the vision here might be complicated or maybe too complex for the city. I don't fucking know. But let's say you are a seller of material, like the material hub, for example. I want it that if they come here and open up a stall, we stop selling this stuff, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I like that idea.
Yes. So I think that's the bit that may have been lost in, and this is why we're putting it in a book, is that you come here for everything, but we're like, oh, we can't sell those right now. The material hub's open, but they're selling it less than we do. Boom. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. No, I like that idea. I think that's a good idea.
Yes. And more so is that imagine we're actually buying up all the U-Tool stuff, both north and south, and having it here too. Fuck U-Tool. Fuck the local. You know what I mean? And we're going to sell it at a loss. Another reason to come down here. But, you ready for this? If you want to open a stall for like home goods, like imagine we're making a home goods market. If you think about it. And now someone can come over here and start doing home goods because we've already made this a place to do home goods. Does that kind of make sense?
It makes total sense, yes.
Yeah. So, okay.
Now, I'll be honest with you. My background is in numbers, so that's always what really interests me. Is all of this still going to be run through the city treasury?
Yes. I have
Perfect.
made 4 separate Kortz Center accounts. Me, Carola, Michael Manx, and Kevin Ram. That way, they can independently be buying and selling. If you become a manager, you would also get an account. So that way, you have access to funds as needed. Obviously, you transaction things out of there as you need. But because we are going to have an on-site cash on hand, you would also have keys to the vault. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, like, this is a small one, but we'll probably put a bigger one. So, and our website does full transactional stuff. Can you get her admin and staff tags? And let me show you what kind of transaction stuff we got. Now, as he's getting you sorted with your account credentials, today we're going to have to manually tell our staff, hey, those guys are open. We can't sell those. But you'll see that there's a vendor portal on there where we want vendors to be able to put their own inventory into the site. And so when they press a button to open their stall, I wanted to automatically blacklist their items in our stuff unless their inventory goes to 0.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Yeah. So our dev literally is on my phone all day. So this thing we're looking to expand based on what we're seeing is working and not working. Because this is a very complicated structure to be putting in place without construction tools, which we are getting. I just don't know to what extent and when, right?
Okay.
Okay. Let me show you downstairs.
Okay.
Oh, actually, before that, let me show you. Can you show her how to look at the transactions?
And I just registered earlier with my first and last name.
Okay. Staff or admin, Nino?
Both. Same as the rest.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, by the way, there you go.
Oh, thank you.
When you hit refresh, you're going to see a lot more items on your sidebar.
Yes, I do.
And when you go to the staff dashboard, you're going to see 4 options: manage goals, transactions, inventory, and transaction history.
You love whispering, don't you?
Sorry. I'm talking to Wyatt about not Molotov cocktails, you know. Go to manage transactions, and when a transaction happens, whether it be a buy transaction or a sell transaction, it shows up in here. We also get a nice little notification or email chain that says, hey, you know, you got to go do some shit. Someone's trying to buy or sell something.
Okay.
This is the hopper that it shows up in. So right now, when you look at that, you can see there's about 7 transactions in there of purchases that we've made. Staff member would go in here. They would view the details of a transaction to give them all the information on what's being bought or sold, and then they would either accept it or decline it. If they accept it, they call the person up and say, hey, I got your order, you know, bring it down, come get paid. You do the exchange and you complete the order, and that's it. The inventory automatically updates based on whether it's a buy or sell. So if I sell 3 med kits or something like that, that's going to go out of our inventory. If I buy 20, the inventory will automatically update.
Beautiful. I love automation.
Yeah.
Yes. We want to, and we want your feedback as you think things are like there's a lot of things on our list to do, but I've been trying to focus on what makes a user experience better. What are things that are going to make it easier for our staff? Because while I can already tell you're picking up on exactly what we're doing here, I don't think 99% of the city will, right? They want the
Probably
button,
not. Yeah.
hit the button, whatever, right? But I want us to also have the data. Like, for example, I want us to be able to, excuse me, be able to see what's selling the most, right? Like, and
yes.
give us some kind of analytics that lets us know where we need to focus on. Now, one of the things that had come up was a little bit of fear of us buying things that might break. I don't give a shit. We have almost 400 million in the bank. I owe the governor about 270 million. Money's not a problem. People pay a lot of taxes. If we bleed money to bring civ life here and commerce, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? So let's let it break. Let's let it break and find out we bought too much. We'll buy less. You know what I mean? Like it's
yeah, that makes complete sense. I'm sorry, I'm just baffled because a lot of people I talk to in the city don't understand this.
yeah, no, you're right.
But that's why you're the mayor.
Yes, it's well, that's why we picked you. You know what I mean? I can tell very quickly if someone's the right person for the job. We're a loss leader, right? It's that simple. And by pumping up a reason for people to come down here, we in turn make the stalls active. And the people that already got businesses out there now have a way to have free traffic, right? Free customer traffic, which they can then send. They get to know like, hey, this person sells this, that person sells this. You're getting free networking. And we're not going to stop people from being like, hey, we got our business, over here. Here's like our brochure, right? When we're not running the stall, you can find us down this way. We want that to happen. In fact, for the longer vision here is that if this place can be successful, is that I want these stalls to eventually migrate into the mega mall, right? Which I don't know if it will happen. I really wanted to because there are some things that make it difficult, like construction object counts and all this kind of shit. Is I want them to be able to walk into a building that is literally like their upgraded version. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't need to be just a little like, hey, this is the lumber union. Hey, this is the business that doesn't make a lot of money, but they're active. Like I want to respect those that might be, for example, Veronica wants to sell flowers, right? That's going to make like maybe $1,000 a month. Like, I maybe I'm wrong, but let's say it's only making $1,000 a month. But if Veronica's shop is actually bringing traffic, she deserves it more than the car guy that sells one engine a month and makes $100,000. Wow. You know what I mean? So value in people over money. You know what I mean?
Now, for people to sell here, do they need to have a business license or like I have a friend that sells stuffed animals, right? She doesn't have a business license, but would she still be able to bring her stuffed animals here and sell them at a booth?
Yes. They require a permit. And the permit is issued by our managers. So
okay, great.
They can come in. I think it's free, right?
No, there's a price, but
what's the price right now?
It's like $4,000.
Okay.
And it lasts for 2 weeks, and the application process is entirely automated.
Straight up, you think they deserve it? They genuinely don't have money? Just grab $4,000 from the bin. You know what I mean? Like.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think,
Michael? Because a lot
Michael?
of times, smaller businesses just need that little hand up that, they start getting traffic, and then, they might even be able to get their own business and grow from there. I really think this is a great opportunity for a lot of the smaller businesses that don't have a presence in the city other than the back of their car.
I'll say this about the permits. I think my idea when I codified that in legislation was that permits would incentivize people to try business. And when they like it, they would get a business license and they wouldn't have to worry about getting that permit every 2 weeks. Think of it like a stepping stone for commerce. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
$4,000's a lot easier to stomach than, the 50 grand it costs you to get a business license.
Yep, agreed. And I mean, as an owner of Danks, you guys got a huge license off of us. Did you even make your money back?
I have not yet, but Leo was out of the city for a few weeks during the holidays, so I didn't have any product to sell.
Oh, well, I bring it like that. Like, I feel like I overcharge you guys. Then again, I didn't expect anyone to bid like ridiculous amounts. To this day, I mean, I'll say it, is a Justice was the highest bidder. And like, it's not her fault that happened, mind you. I think a lot of people wanted this. And I think that was one of the big driving factors for me is let's let more people operate. I think we're going to do similar with Moonshine's going to be cooking out of here. I know you wanted to get Oxy going. I just responded to, oh shit. I've been doing a million things today.
I imagine.
Naya hit me up. Oh, good. She didn't respond. Okay. I want like someone running a pharmacy out of here. Like, you know what I mean? And that's kind of where the other reason I wanted to chat with you, because you've got Danks. You should have your stall run here and it running side by side. I got no problem with that. You know what I mean? Like,
awesome.
If anything, that encourages more people to do it. You know what I mean? So anyways, let me show you downstairs.
Okay.
And by the way, as we're going through any of it and as things kind of cook up, do not hesitate to talk to us directly. We're going to get you into Michael after this. Please get her into the Kortz Center email chain. Yeah. Communication is key. If things are fucked, if I really need to get in because there's an issue, don't ever hesitate to be like, Nino, you need to get your ass over here. Shit's fucked. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because, when it comes to these big things, it's better not to let things bottle up until they explode, right? And I say that, I'm saying this out of experience. I don't know you that well, but, I'm not pointing this at you, just in case you do feel that way. This is, I've been kind of telling everybody this, is we're bound to hit some critical fucked up situations, but we can always get it resolved at the end of the day. Michael, do you want to explain the storage system?
Yeah, absolutely. So the idea is there's going to be basically different tiers of storage. We're going to have long-term bulk storage that the admins are going to have access to. And then we're going to have at least one tier below that, which is more like, think of it like a day-to-day float. So if, if some fucked up shit happens here, and
like a staff guy goes and you can't yoink the entire shit.
Exactly. They might get a day's worth, but they're not going to get our entire stock. The entire outer ring of the storage area is basically going to be these large shipping containers. And the middle section, you can see we have some of the shelving units up. They're all going to be filled with large crates. Every item is going to be itemized by itself inside of a crate, so finding things is easy. Like
awesome.
Row 2, shelf 3, that's where you find whatever. Steel tubes.
Okay.
Just to make it logical. We have wood at the back door because it's really heavy and hard to move in large quantities, so cars can pull right up around to the service exit and basically load pallets right up into the back of their vehicle.
Okay, perfect.
You'll also notice we passed by security on our way down here. So Nino, did you give her the overview of the security structure?
Yeah, so security is run by Director Carmine and Quantum, who is the chief of mall police. They've kind of been chilling for the time being because we don't have an inventory to really kick off things. After some brief conversations, I've been holding off on a grand opening because until certain things are put into place, it's hard to drive people here. You know what I mean? And
yes.
I realized that come Monday, I want to do a real soft launch. Have our inventory nice and packed and start handing out an hour after tsunami, we run for 4 to 5 hours, right? Or maybe 4 hours minimum, and then I let you guys decide how much longer you want to run in the day. But by the goal being, in that time period, we can hey, Kortz Center is now open. You know, boom, gives people an hour to open up to get their stalls ready as well. And in that 4 hour period, let's test out our systems, find what's working, and then have time afterwards as a beta test, effectively.
Yes.
And then eventually, when construction does complete, things become easier. Like, there's some requests we've been putting in. I don't know how much of it we're going to get. Pie in the sky, I don't want anyone to be able to bring weapons in, and I want local mall to just yoink it. And you pick it up at the front entrance at the bottom.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah. And because
that way, there's incidents at Senior Buns all the time. This stall doesn't get along with that stall. They're at a war, and all of a sudden, half the city's dead inside Senior Buns. We don't want that here.
Yeah. And it's exactly. And the alternative is that to prevent it is you give the mall cops a bunch of firearms and authority to shoot, and now it's a bigger shit show. You know what I mean? Because they're not law enforcement. The place would just get shut down every day. Like Senior Buns does. You know? There's a shootout, then PD's there for an hour collecting evidence and all that.
Yes.
So I'm hoping for that. I've also am asking for like vendor storage outside in like 4 different cubbies, which people could in theory, like, you know, break some things here, use it as tools to break into it, maybe turn it into weapons that can knock someone out that they can get back up, in the same vein that the mall cops get like rubber bullets that can knock people down. You know, that kind of shit. Keep it, you know, but if someone wants to eventually steal something, it might be from some bin outside where stalls hold their shit, but there would be smashing and grabbing, so to speak.
Okay.
And the mall cops would be notified or see it occurring or something. You know what I mean?
I get you. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions?
All makes sense to me.
Okay. Would you be available for a soft launch on Monday?
I can probably change my schedule around a little bit, but I don't know if I'd be able to be here for the whole thing.
Perfectly
but I
fine.
can try my best.
Easy. What would you be later or earlier?
I usually can be in the city about 5 hours, 6 hours, because it's an hour earlier now, 6 hours after storm.
Okay. Maybe we extend it a little bit so you get more time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm usually here for an hour about, it would be
Nothing to see here.
11 Pacific for about an hour, and then I come back later when I can actually get stuff done.
Okay. Wait, so 6 hours, 7.
Yeah.
Let's figure out
So
a
about
time.
no, that would be 5 for me. So it's 4 Pacific. I can be in the city.
4, 5, 6, 7. Let's.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you be able to get someone to run danks here
Yes.
at launch? Okay, easy.
I'm pretty sure I could. Yes.
Maybe what we do is we do 4 hour, so that Jason can operate on some hours as well. You know what I mean? So we can get direct feedback from her.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a good idea.
I mean, I'm around all, 6 hours pre-storm, and then, I got to dip out of here about.
But we want to do it
Eastern,
after
right?
storm, right? An hour after storm.
Yeah. But
So-
I'm always back
Perfect.
after 8 Eastern. So
Can you
Okay.
send Michael? Actually, once you get the email, we're gonna check everyone's availability, and let's figure out the hours we'll operate for the soft launch. The goal of the soft launch, once again, is to drive some interest, but we don't need to be like fully up and going, because like I said, my hesitation of quenching the thirst right now is when things are actually in place, we might have killed the hype.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
I already sent it, Jason.
Oh, did you? I didn't see it. Okay.
We might even want to consider,
Thank you.
I think we should do tomorrow evening, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Let's get Kortz Center staff together and discuss a launch. Because if this is too early, we should discuss that. I think that's probably the safest bet instead of reacting for a Monday soft launch. What do you think? Make sure all the facts are on the table and whatnot.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Would you be able to make that tomorrow? What did I say?
I can be around anytime tomorrow or Sunday.
Let's do 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Kortz meeting. And Michael, can you send out
I'm doing
like
it
a
right
notice? All right, easy. Hazard Life, thank you for 33 months.
We're gonna meet here, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. I think that way, if there's any questions or concerns or whatever, we can sort of like, circle on that. To get that all sorted. We're also looking to bring in, I didn't hear back from Tweety, but I think getting one more executive manager or whatever would be good as well. I think a trifecta is probably good for both in terms of, canceling votes, right? Like between you guys, but then equally, I want to alleviate any pressures of like feeling like everyone's got to be around every single day type shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, if you have anyone in mind that that is awake earlier, we are all open ears. But then again, staff can fill that role as well.
Right. So I know Tweety has been in the city like a lot. She's usually around anytime you need her. I will say I do sometimes butt heads with her. Just
Tweety?
yes.
She hasn't been around for 3 months.
Oh, she hasn't? Oh, is
No.
that when she got fired from
Lumberco, yeah.
Lumberco? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
when she was around like 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why
And like I said,
I'm trying to bring her back and give her purpose. Okay. I think she was fantastic, I think. Unless you've heard otherwise. I don't know. I think there's been some shit, but I don't know how real it is. You know what I mean?
I just had a few incidents with her, but that I think was more of a personal thing. And I am very capable of putting personal things aside for business.
Love it. Love it. Okay. Beautiful.
But I'm also not afraid to speak my mind to someone if I think they're wrong.
That's good. That's very good. I think healthy debate is a good thing. Like no one has all the answers. You know what I mean? Let me show you our transactions. Actually, Michael, could you step her through that? I want to show you how detailed this goes.
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. I wonder if I have something that you can sell to me. Give me a sec. Perfect. You are going to sell me some med kits.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
So, do you wait? Actually, do you want to role play as a client or do you want to role play as a staff member?
I can do either.
Okay. you're gonna be a client. I'm gonna
Okay.
get you to go to the Kortz Center dashboard if you're not there already.
Okay.
And then from the dashboard, you're gonna go to the market. The market is where we list basically our entire inventory, the price we sell products at and the price we buy products at. Now, you have to remember that the market is from the client's lens. So when you come there and you see, oh, I can sell a med kit for $200, you're going to want to hit sell. So go ahead and find med kit in the market and open up a sell order.
Got it.
Perfect. All it asks you is how many you want to sell. So go ahead and drop 3 in there and submit your order.
Okay.
Easy. You know what? I'm going to make you do both. You're going to role play as a staff member now. So
Okay.
Jason, the manager, is now going to go to her staff dashboard. And from here, you're going to see manage transactions. This is where you're going to see everything that is at a state that isn't closed or canceled. So anything that is in progress is going to show up under here. And you're going to find your order. So from here, you can see that Jason Todd tried to sell us 3 med kits. Go ahead and view the details on that.
Okay.
Now, you as a staff member have to say, okay, well, we need these, right? We're not at our maximum inventory yet. I'm going to go ahead and accept the order. And when you hit accept order, what you're going to want to do is call the person and say, hey, I got your order. You know, come on down. Bring your med kits. I've got the money ready for you. After that exchange has happened, you know, commerce in motion, you would complete the order. You would inventory the
Oh,
med kits that you just
shit.
purchased.
Oh,
So go ahead
yeah,
and
that's
accept the
true.
order,
I see
complete
what
the order.
Kevin's saying.
We'll pretend that handoff and that sale took place.
Yeah, I cannot accept my own transaction.
Oh, perfect. Well, that makes sense. I'm accepting it. I'm completing. And the thing you'll notice immediately is when you go back to the market, we now have 6 med kits in stock.
Beautiful.
So that will auto update based on whether it's a sell or buy order for every product. All you have to do is grab the product, hand them the money, and put it in a box.
Yep. The boxes are going to be tiered, so we're going to need your input as well with collectively how we, but which, by the way, if we look at this right now, oh yeah, I got to get you on the panel and get you a key.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
This, we may need a separate thing for car parts, no? Car parts are inefficient for this.
So Kevin is saying we need every car part needs its own box. I'm thinking
he's right.
The car parts, yeah, he is right. The car parts make more sense in these crates over here.
Okay. What's your state ID?
Mine?
7420.
74. Oh, really?
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, I'm the perfect owner for Danks.
All right.
Are we going to have more materials?
Oh yeah, lots more.
Perfect.
We're gonna have 10 in total.
Okay.
The entire outer ring is shipping containers. There is about, I want to say, 8 rows of large crates. And then this wall is almost entirely, well, I guess it's 10 material storage. It's the max you can have in a space this size.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what? Max what?
The 10 is the maximum number of material containers you can have in a space this size.
Oh, I mean, we don't need more than 10, I don't think.
No. And any overflow can go in a shipping container, right?
Okay, easy.
They will stay fresher in the materials boxes, but if we use the what's in the shipping containers
really,
first,
Michael, we got to move that shit then.
Oh, there's some in here?
Yeah, it's all in there.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, do we have more of these?
All the recycling? Yeah. Like this is already this 10,000 is at 60%.
shit.
Does recycling slow down in there too?
Yes.
Oh. Here, I'll help you. Michael, we might need to buy more of those.
I think they're built with large crates, aren't they, Jason? You might know better than me. They're not. They're okay.
Well, it's a good... See, look, you already... I was wondering the other day why we put it all in there.
I'm gonna order them right now.
All right. All right. Let's go get you a key cut. We'll discuss more tomorrow, but let's go down to City Hall and I'll get you a key.
Nino, I'm gonna catch you tomorrow, okay?
All right. I'll see you then.
Jason, good seeing you.
Good seeing you. Thank you.
All right. A lot of this is gonna be like, oh shit! It feels like my pockets are full, but they're not. Well, a lot of this is gonna be seeing what's working and what's not working, what's drive people here. I am open to all kinds of ideas. You know what I mean? Like, we've discussed things like getting legislation passed for selling. Imagine we can start selling used cars out of here, and it removes the strikes.
Oh.
Yeah, but
that would make a lot of people happy.
I agree. I think there's a lot of these things I want to try. The main thing is, how do we drive traffic often? And I don't mind us losing money doing it.
Okay.
And I think the big part of tomorrow's meeting is, hey, do we launch now or do we wait for... Do you have a car?
I do, yes.
Do you mind driving us to, what's in it? I don't know where my vehicle went.
Oh. It's this one.
Oh. Is playing this game of when is construction coming in versus how long do we wait to start things off. And I think a time band right now makes the most amount of sense, because if we can get it working now, it's only going to be better when construction is done.
Crazy locals, yes. Yeah, and if you're open to ideas, because I'll be honest, I will be awake at like 2 in the morning. I'll wake up suddenly and be ready, like, with ideas. And if I can just put those in the email or, you know, write them down and let you know later, if you're open to that, that would be great.
Yes, 100%. I'm very down. I want people's businesses to flourish out of here. I think that's like the big goal, because ain't nobody going to most of these spots. They just won't, you know?
Right. I was here once when I was told there was a maze.
Ross, thank you for 38 months.
Well, I mean, before we started having meetings.
Yeah, no, of course. And as, like I said, comms are probably the biggest thing. I think we're going to probably end up with a weekly Sunday meeting or some shit like that, just so, I don't know.
That usually works for me.
Okay, easy.
Not this coming Sunday. The Sunday after, I'll actually be gone for the whole weekend. But that is the only time I'll be out of the city for, like, any extended time until June.
Okay, understandable.
But usually if something comes up, I'm always trying to let everybody know, like, hey, I'm not going to be around. I expect to be back around at whatever time.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, I'm really big on communication, and I know that's really strange in the city.
It is. It's the hardest. And that's when I realized I needed to put more people in the position of executive manager or whatever the hell the fucking role becomes, you know?
Sure.
Because something like this is so much manpower that it can break people. You know what I mean?
Yes, and I've seen how hard Carola has been working, and
Yeah.
I know it's got to be a lot for one person.
Yeah. So I think it didn't really help either that it was like winter break, right? So
Yeah. Okay.
even my own staff is kind of chilling a little bit. I think a lot of people are too. You know, it's
Yes. Yeah, that was a lot with like Leah being out of the city was, winter break. So.
Yep. How's so Danks is running well?
It is, yes. It was actually hilarious because the EMS director, Genevieve,
Yep.
was actually looking for us on Twitter because she wanted to come buy something like some joints for a officer that was off duty, just to be clear, that he was having some hard times. So to help him relax, she brought him in, and yeah, it's actually been good to see people like reaching out to us and not just us trying to convince people to come in.
Yes. Absolutely. That's
Where do you
that's
prefer
really good to see. Either one's fine.
Okay.
Oh, how the hell did I end up in? Oh, I got dropped off by the. I have no idea. My day's mixed at this point. Right. Yeah, my car's the white one right over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have no idea how I got to the Kortz Center. I think someone brought me there, like mid-conversation.
Oh, could be.
All right. All right. Here we go. And all right. And there you go.
Thank you.
All right. So tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. Yeah.
Got it.
All right. Easy. I'll see you then.
See you then. Have
All
a good
right.
night.
You too. Take care.